Hello and welcome to FGS717 YouTube. Alright, we're gonna get into that dead secret, some horror game in that VR. I know y'all ain't seeing it in VR, but what it is, that week looks effing stellar. All with that depth perception. The rain's dropping all over the place. It's good. That little floaty thing fell down there. I'm not sure what she's all about here. I can't get the smooth turn going on. She's in an arm brace or whatever that's called. So maybe she's supposed to be headless, all torqued over at the spine like that. But yeah, with no further ado, let's get into it. I put comfort mode on. Wait, maybe comfort mode, maybe that's about the jump scares. Oh man, I don't want weak jump scares. Comfortable for most people, normal. Choose a comfort mode, designed for people extra sensitive to virtual motion. Normal. Comfort mode can be changed at any time in the options menu. Normal, there we go. I've been doing decent VR.
Harris Bullard
September
was found
25th.
dead in his study 5 days ago. Nobody believes me, but I think he was murdered. This house in the middle of nowhere holds the secret.
I'm horrible at following
There's a
storylines.
story hiding here,
Harris
and
Bullard
I'm
was
going
it?
to cover it.
Heavy check mark.
If I'm right, there are 4 major suspects.
The uptime begins.
Graham Wellington,
She didn't have a U in major.
Josie Herrera,
Assistant, colleague,
Cynthia Peckman,
ex-wife, errand
Bobby
boy.
Sawyer.
That's
I'm
a
not
lot.
leaving until I find out what happened.
Oh, that's me in the sling. Alright, alright. Whoa, nice. Her head moves with me. I step forwards, and no, she doesn't step forwards. This is it, the crime scene. Let me just check something first. Alright, looks good. Let's get right back into it then. If I can find my remote control. Yes, there she is. Whoa, I can see through myself. Okay. A bit forward so we can see her hand when we look down. Alright. Alright, so we're investigating the crime scene, are we? Huh. How come all the lights are on? Well, let's check the crime scene before anything happens to it. I guess those are actual words, which I should know how to read. I'm sure this door leads to the room where Bullard's body was found, but it's locked. Okay, that's a bit odd. Can we go through this way? Wait, this isn't the crime scene. I need to investigate the study. Alright, in and out, easy. Just have to find some evidence and get out of here. Oh, I'm finding evidence, okay. Thank you, I'll take that. Small key. Very virtual. Investigate the crime scene. I always had that objective, didn't I? This drawer is missing its knob. I can't open it. A small parcel tied tightly with twine. I can't open it with my bare hands. What? Really, lady? Reclusive professor found dead in home. Alright, what are the newspapers saying about all this? September 23rd, 1965. Gove. K.S. Harris Bullard, a retired college teacher, was found dead in his home Monday. The body was discovered by Bobby Sawyer, who worked part-time for Bullard running odd jobs. Oh, is he the errand boy who's a suspect? Now I see why, I guess. A police investigation has concluded that Bullard died of natural causes. He was 63. Bullard moved into his home on Rampa Way several years ago, but was rarely seen about town. He was a private and reclusive man who seemed to have few friends. Bullard raised eyebrows last year when a former student, a pretty young woman named Josie Herrera, moved in with him. Bullard's will, written in '57, leaves his entire estate to his ex-wife, Cynthia Peckman. Peckman will reportedly sell the house and its contents immediately. Harris was a genius in his discipline, said Graham Wellington, a former colleague. The field of neuroscience is considerably poorer without him. Retired, okay, Harris Bullard. Retired recluse found dead in his study. Police ruled death natural. Bobby Sawyer runs errands for Bullard, found the body. Josie Herrera, Bullard's live-in assistant. Cynthia Peckman, ex-wife, inheritor of Bullard's estate. Graham Wellington, former colleague of Bullard. It was Graham, not Jerem, I believe. An old piano, it's blocking the way. Okay. That's part of it. Whoa. Looks like the movers pushed it over here. If my arm wasn't broken, I could push it back. Why am I working with a broken arm? I guess I'm just an investigator. I can't lift this stuff with one arm, even using the hand truck. They sure aren't wasting any time selling off Bullard's stuff. Oh. Righto, these boxes are too heavy. Okay, now we can open this door. That's nothing. The small key unlocked the door. Hype. All the lights are on. What's with the weird old masks? Right there, apparently of natural causes. Did that just open? Alright, we're about this. What the flummox over? It's only September, but today is cold and dark. Fall is here, I guess. What was that thud? This is really the middle of nowhere, even for Kansas, just wheat as far as the eye can see. What's with the note there? There's a page from a manuscript here. The man who could see with his skin. In 1926, I met a man who could see with his skin. His eyes were sealed with wax and bandaged, yet he remained aware of the room around him. We held up signs which he read and fingers which he counted, even when we stood behind him. I hope you guys can hear me. That music suddenly got loud. After the performance, I gave him $200 for the secret. He explained that he could see as long as some part of his skin remained exposed to the air. He described it as a shift in the wind or a slight breeze on his face, the subtle motion of the hair on his arm. After years of focus and practice, he had developed the ability to form a mental image of his surroundings based only on these slight sensations. This man had achieved a form of idiofocus. Granted, he only had access to a very narrow range of sensory information, but the result was powerful. I immediately resolved to discover the secret of his ability. Now, almost 4 decades later, I am very close. There's a newspaper clipping here. It reads, Eyeless Joe found dead in hotel. Weird. That was the newspaper clipping? What? Something about this painting makes me uncomfortable. It's very bleak. Just a regular lamp. There's a box in there. There's a record player. There's no record inside. It's a picture of a woman. She looks lonely. Like, I want the sound effects on full volume. What's this? It looks like a tiny camera lens. Circular lens. Odd. How the door would just open. This room is a regular library. Some of these volumes look ancient. It's all covered in dust. Whoops, walking right over the scene. The Snow Woman. Adapted from an original translation by Lafcadio Hjern. An old man and his son climbed a mountain to collect firewood. It began to snow heavily, and unable to make it back home, they decided to pass the night in a small hut. In the middle of the night, the young man awoke to see that the door had blown open. A tall woman with long hair and a white kimono was leaning over his father, blowing her breath upon him. When she saw that the son was awake, she said, "You are a handsome young man, so I will let you live. But if you ever speak of this to anyone, your life shall be forfeit." In the morning, the young man found his father frozen and dead. He climbed down the mountain alone and never spoke of the episode. A year later, he met and married a young, beautiful girl. They had children together and were happy, but the night of his father's death still weighed heavily on his mind. One night, after having a bit too much to drink, the man told his wife about his encounter with the Snow Woman. She was furious. "You promised not to tell," she screamed, and before his eyes she became the tall woman with long black hair and a white kimono. "If it were not for our children, I would end your life here and now. I will spare you for their sake, but if anything ever happens to them, you shall pay the price." And with that, she melted into the wind and was gone. What the... That one looks odd. Dictionaries and language reference, it looks like. A lot of these books aren't even in English. Okay, that's creepy. Japan. It's a small box. Let's get a better look at it on the desk. So we clicked on Japan. It's a note with a foreign symbol on it. Underneath it reads north. No dial tone. Something's typed out here, but the paper is so far into the feeder that I can't pull it out. Can't we rock the thing? There's a document stuck in the typewriter. I can't pull it out without tearing it. Is it the thing on this side? It's only September, but today is cold and dark. Ah, there's the button. Got it. Writing about Ouija boards in 1852, William Benjamin Carpenter was the first to describe the phenomenon known as the ideomotor effect. The ideomotor effect occurs when the subconscious mind takes control of the body without the conscious mind realizing it. Ideomotor action is distinct from other forms of involuntary action because responses are driven by existing knowledge and perception. The Ouija board Carpenter suggested is a clear manifestation. The participants unwittingly move the planchette because their subconscious mind is guiding them. Another example of this phenomenon is dowsing, the practice of using a divining rod, to locate water or other materials buried underground. The dowser holds the instrument in both hands and allows it to lead him forward until it points down at the ground, seemingly by itself. For centuries, dowsing was believed to be a form of magic or witchcraft, but we now know that it can be explained by the ideomotor effect. The dowser's subconscious mind is highly sensitive and is able to recognize cues in the environment of which his conscious mind is not aware. When these cues hint at the location of water, the subconscious mind takes control of the dowser's hands and causes him to rotate the rod to the ground. Is that what happens? Since the conscious mind is not involved in this operation, the instrument seems to move on its own, pulled as if by some magical force. In reality, it is the dowser himself who is divining. His subconscious mind is responsible both for the detection of buried materials and for the motion of the rod. My research seeks direct access to the knowledge stored in the subconscious mind, complete unfiltered linkage between the sensitive unconscious and the logical conscious. I call this state idiofocus. Joe. Something is after me. It's creeping around the house, trying to get in. I'm sure of it. I heard footsteps outside and creaking on the roof. It's not safe here. I've taken the idiofocal lenses from their normal location and hidden them in my study. I've sent you a package that you'll know what to do with. Check the map for the mask. As usual, X marks the spot. Check the map for the mask. Harris, P.S. The sequence is west, east, north. Bullard hid something in this room. Very suspicious. This will be a great hook for my opening paragraph. Am I really just a writer? I think this is called a banker's lamp. Oh, there's another one. It's another lens. I've found two of them now. Circular lens. This one's blue. I wonder what color the other one was. Can't get that top bit. That looks empty. Harris Bullard. I am woodcutter. Your past has caught up with you. It is over. What's this? Who is Woodcutter? Woodcutter, threatening Bullard. Scissors? A pair of scissors. I can use these to open that package in the other room. Okay. So apparently we are opening packages. Anything left with that? Getting creepy vibes now, that's for sure. Issues of the Journal of Physiology. And a bunch of medical books with names I can't pronounce. Pardon me, I was just listening. Thought I heard footsteps. Just a regular lamp. Oh, X marks the spot. Is that... There's Australia, so yeah, that's Japan. There's the chain off Russia and Alaska. So we did that one. That was there. We pushed X on that. I've never seen a map laid out like this. There's a spot marked with an X on it. That's a pretty good way of laying out a map, actually, isn't it? 1915. What's this thing? One of them appears to be missing. Oh, there was another one. We don't look at the outline? Okay. It kind of feels like they're looking at me. What did they see in this room? Oh, yeah. I think I've seen masks like this before. Maybe they're Japanese. That's a weird looking mask. These masks make me uncomfortable. What about this one again? They're looking at me. Quantum mechanics and functional analysis. Not exactly light reading. Bullard had some pretty advanced degrees. This one is from the University of Chicago, 35. Boy, I'd love to visit Chicago. Oh, one of Bullard's diplomas. Doesn't turn on. Guess it's broken. I guess we go through here. Door's locked from the other side. There's no keyhole. What about the light? No. Whoa, why did it stop us right here? Did I double check this thing? I did, didn't I? No, maybe I didn't. One of the buttons is missing. Oh, there's a sequence. Okay, so that's what north says? Kind of looks like this one. What was the sequence? Where's my inventory? Where's my dossier? Square, okay. Collected documents, objectives, quit to main menu, 2 lenses. Which was it? Notes, what was that? Notes to Joe. Newspaper clipping, research docs. Miscellaneous. Coroner report. Subject, Harris William Bullard, 58 years. Date and time of death, on or about September 1865. Date and time of report, 21st, 3 days after. Autopsy performed at Logan Hospital by Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Winters. Cause of death, failure of the pancreas due to age. Subject was found approximately 2 days after death. Notable aspects of remains, elevated glucose, evident in bloodstream, small lesions on inner lining of stomach. Blood under fingernails, evidence of significant dehydration. Summary of findings. Subject suffered shock from pancreatic failure and was incapacitated for some time before dying. Investigating Officer Winters. The Snow Woman. Square. Profiles. Blackmail notes. Notes to Joe. West, east, north. West, east, north. If that's north, it'd be west, east, north. So we'd have to find east, west, east. Okay. Well, let's work with what we got. Huh. I thought maybe it's just the angle of me moving. I thought I saw the trolley moving, but when I looked at it, it wasn't where it had moved to. But maybe it's just the angle there. It's addressed to J. Herrera and was sent from downtown Gove. Oh, the parcel is tied up tight. I need something. Square for inventory. Let me rearrange the way I'm facing. Ooh, like that. Quiet in? It's an old book. It says Quiet in on the cover, whatever that means. The author is Lafsadio Heron. Old book. Whoa, what? Oh, I thought I was gonna read it. Did I try this door? This is the front door. Is it not? I can't leave yet. There's a story here. I know it. This isn't the crime scene. Investigate the study. Okay, the TV's on. That's fun. Is that a Ouija something? Whoa, that's weird. I could have sworn the TV was off before. Doesn't turn on. Guess it's broken. What was the picture of? That's a wall down there. Does this open now? Hit square on it, closes it. Whoa! This room is a regular library. Some of these volumes look ancient. It's all covered in dust. Oh, because that was wrong. That's why I did that. Okay. The record player is empty. I gotta find an empty slot that it goes in, or what? Oh, right there. I can't push the book all the way back. It feels like it's hitting something. Wait, there's something jammed way back there. It's a flat triangular wedge. There's some sort of foreign writing on it. That's what we need. Okay, so inventory. Pull it out and use it. So that if that's north, it was west, east, north. Okay, that's not creepy. I see. The lenses fit into the mask's eye sockets. It's like a weird pair of goggles. Mask. Okay, the lenses are on it. Oh gosh. Hello, guy. What's with the blinking over your head? Who was that? That was that mask, man. Okay, this got cool. That was cool. Anything under you? Is there something more to this painting? There was a page taped to the back. Josie. Who's that again? If you're reading this note, then something must have happened to me. I may be dead or missing. If so, you're the only person who can save our research. The truth is that I'm being threatened. It started before I left the college. I get notes every few months from somebody calling himself Woodcutter. That guy kind of looked like a weird old woodcutter. What he wants is access to our research. He wants me to turn over our plans for the lunar dream apparatus. Josie, my life is in danger. Woodcutter knows things, secret things about my past that nobody should know. I'll not yield to simple blackmail. But lately the threats have escalated. I am sure that I am being watched at the house. I sometimes hear things on the other side of the wall. Yesterday with the mask on, I thought I saw somebody reaching for me. It's a warning from my subconscious. I am no longer safe here. I've locked our research away in the safe upstairs. I want you to retrieve it and leave. So get the research from the safe upstairs and leave. Destroy everything before I go. Burn the house down if you have to. Just get the research and get out of here. Head for a big city where it's easy to hide. I'm counting on you, Joe. Don't let our work fall into their hands. The attic, was it? Harris Bullard, blackmailed by Woodcutter. Woodcutter, primary suspect. Josie Herrera, ordered by Bullard to destroy their research and split. Oh, that's Josie. I knew there was more to this story. Whatever Bullard was mixed up in, I bet there's evidence in that safe. So the safe was upstairs. Investigated. Who is Woodcutter? Open the safe upstairs. Okay. It's giving us nothing to do right now. Square. Use the mask. I cannot walk with the mask on. Okay, so we obviously need to go out here and use the mask. My hunch was right. Bullard's death is definitely fishy. Better stop and review my notes. Harris Bullard's body was found by... oh, jeez. Bobby Sawyer. That's it. Bobby ran odd jobs for Bullard. Could he have done it? He certainly had the opportunity. Bullard was scared. He worried about losing his secret research. That's it. Blackmail. I knew this would be a scoop. Somebody wanted Bullard's research. He must have been killed for it. Bullard was being blackmailed by Woodcutter. That's it. Woodcutter. What is that supposed to mean? This is the kind of juicy detail I came here to find. Okay, to sell this story, I need some real evidence. Let's go check out that safe upstairs. Okay, let's pause here and check.